Welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and this is the Dream free-to-play Scoundrel Team. Now, you don't have to be free-to-play to take a look at this list. There'll be two kinds of people that want to watch this video. One, people who care about my opinion and want to know what I think are the best Scoundrels in the game. And two, you've been playing for 6 months or less, or you've been playing Clueless for longer than that, and you want to know what Scoundrels that you need to focus on. Now, this is really a video for people who are brand new in the game and they really want to focus on these characters, because if you've played for any length of time, you have come to realize Scoundrels are important. Now, for anyone who doesn't understand why Scoundrels are important, they are actually the #1 most important faction in the game, and this is why. The game will hinge on how fast you can level your characters up, and that will require droids and credits. And the only way to get those in bulk and fast is to have a good Scoundrel team, because of the credit heist and droid smuggling, and because of other events that are going to pop up, such as the Emperor's Demise, Art of War with Thrawn, things like that. You're going to have certain characters that you develop, right? Like Rebels. So it's important. A lot of people focus on Rebels first. I am going to challenge that, and I'm going to say that these are going to be your top characters and the most important characters, because the sooner you can get these characters leveled up, the sooner you can start getting higher end level credits dropping in the credit heist and more droids dropping in the droid smuggling event. Also, when the mods open up for you once you get past level 50, critical chance mods are going to become critical, literally, in many situations with your teams. And so this is really important. I did this video about 9 months ago. It was very popular, almost 50,000 views. I've been asked to rework it because a lot has changed in the last 9 months. So here we go. Here's the top 5 Scoundrels you need to know about. #1, Boba Fett. Not only is Boba Fett a scoundrel, but he's also a bounty hunter. He's got an excellent insta-kill. I'm currently using him as a leader in Arena, and there are 3 others in the top 5 using him on their team. The reason for that is his viability versus characters that get buffed and debuffed. He does not care how buffed or debuffed someone becomes. It only makes him stronger with his ability to use execute. In addition to that, he has one of the best ships in the game. His Slave One ship is phenomenal. I highly recommend you start to farm it as soon as you get high enough in the game that you can start to do ships. This is going to be one you will definitely want to focus on. On my Galaxy Star rating, I have him as a 5-star character, which means he's 5 out of 5 stars, which means he's phenomenal. You can find him in the Cantina Battle Shipments. Now, in Cantina Battle Shipments, I will tell you, he should be your #1 priority for farming out of this store. So if you're wanting to know who to farm first out of Cantina Battle stores, he is the one. #2, none other than Stormtrooper Han. He's going to be dual purpose for you. He will be one of your first rebels in the game that's going to help you with the events such as Emperor's Demise or Art of War to get Thrawn. He is going to be a scoundrel to help you with those credit heists and those training droid smugglings. He is a great rebel character. You can use him in the raids, and he's easy to get. I've got him at a 4-star rating, and he's found in the Squad Arena store, and he should be the very first character out of the Squad Arena store that you focus on to get him unlocked and leveled up. Lando Calrissian, light side scoundrel, attacker rebel, and guess what? He'll be the second rebel you'll have for the events such as Emperor's Demise and Art of War. He's excellent early to mid game, and he will always be a staple when it comes to a rebel team such as Phase 4 or Phase 2 in the raids, as well as some other events that drop up that you need rebels for. He's got a great AoE, and you're going to be able to, of course, use him for your credit heist and droid smuggling. So he's knocking out 2 birds, 1 stone. He's starting to help build your rebel team, and he's building your scoundrel team. I have him at a Galaxy rating of 4, and you can start to get him on day 1 through Battle 1E. That is right, Battle 1E in Cantina. You will be able to immediately start unlocking him. So that means Boba Fett, Stormtrooper Han, and Lando, your first 3 scoundrels and 2 out of 3 rebels, will be had immediately within the first couple of weeks of gameplay, and you will be set up for success for getting some of the critical dark side characters in the game, as well as creating a higher flow of credits and training bots for yourself. Number 4 comes in at number 4 because he conflicts with Stormtrooper Han as far as farming. So you want to unlock Stormtrooper Han first, get him to 5 stars, and then come back to IG-88 and start to farm him. I have him at a 4-star Galaxy Star rating, and he's an excellent droid. So he's going to start your droid team. This will be the first droid in all your droid teams. He's a scoundrel as well, so he's going to work great in your team. There are some events where you're going to need a dark side attacker, and he'll work excellent in your dark side teams. He has the ability, just like Boba Fett, to do ability block, and so you can find him again in the same place that you found Stormtrooper Han. Priority number 2 will be IG-88, and he comes out of the Squad Arena store. Now that we know Boba Fett's number 1 for many reasons, including his ship, and he's just one of the most utilitarian characters in the game, we also know he's a 5-star rating. We also know that Stormtrooper Han and Lando Calrissian can be simultaneously farmed and are phenomenal characters in their number 2 and number 3. All 3 of those you'll be farming at the same time. We now know that IG-88 will be your number 4. So who are we going to pick for the number 5 position? Now, this is a tough one, and I'm going to give you 4 choices and 4 reasons why you would go with those 4 choices. Number 1, for the 5th slot, the best solution is Han Solo. Now, Han Solo is a phenomenal attacker. He's great. He's a scoundrel, of course. He's also a rebel, so he's going to serve 2 purposes. Now, this video is directed towards new players, even though existing players are going to watch this. So this is not going to be a character that is easy to get. So if you're watching this and you have Han Solo unlocked at 5 stars, he will be the individual you'll want to develop. If not, for the number 5 slot, number 2 could be your Clone Wars Chewbacca. That's right, everybody on day 1 gets Clone Wars Chewbacca. You don't even have to level him up that high. Get him to gear 6 and keep him at the star rate that they give him to you at, and he will work fine as a placeholder for that 5th slot. Now, you will be able, as long as you develop your Boba Fett, Stormtrooper Han, Lando, and IG-88 up there, as long as you get them up, you will be able to do every event that requires scoundrels with no issues whatsoever. But I wouldn't put too much energy into Clone Wars Chewbacca. This is the path of least resistance for anyone who wants to get a scoundrel team fast, because you are already given him by the game makers. If you are looking for a very fun team, then Dengar will be your 5th slot. He is harder to get, much harder to get, but he is going to be fun. He'll be in your guild store. He drops from time to time. It's going to take a little while to get him, but he is completely free to play. But Dengar has one of the most fun moves in the game, which is called Blast and Smash. It's super fun to watch. It's super fun to play. And Dengar does have a place in the raids. And so if you're looking for someone who you can have as dual functionality, Dengar would be fun in there as well. And then the last for that number 5 slot is going to be none other than Cad Bane. Now, Cad Bane is going to be suggested by me for a couple of reasons. One, he's a path of least resistance when it comes to farming. If you're looking for a 5th slotted character and you don't want to use your Chewbacca that they gave you, Cad Bane is the way to go. He is found in the Galactic War store, which will be the fastest farm on any character in the game for you, guaranteed. So this is where and why you would want to get Cad Bane. Now, Cad Bane does need a rework in the game. He's the reason why he's one of 4 characters in your number 5 slot that you're going to consider, but he does have a very good toolkit against the Jedi, and the Jedi are definitely prevalent in this game. They're all over the place. He's fun to play, just like Dengar is fun to play, and so Cad Bane could be your number 5 slot if you're looking for someone to farm in that number 5 slot. So Han Solo would be the number 1 recommended, but if you cannot access Han Solo, you should do Chewie, because they give him to you, and if you don't like Chewie because he's boring, and you want to go with someone fun, go with Dengar. And if you feel like Dengar is too hard to farm, then go with Cad Bane. All I know is this 5th slot will be a placeholder. It does not have to be somebody that you develop up very high. It's just that you need a 5th scoundrel, because certain events such as the mod challenges require 5 scoundrel to be put in that slot. So if you're looking for a fast farm, Cad Bane. All right, so Boba Fett, Stormtrooper Han, Lando, and IG-88, with Boba Fett, Stormtrooper Han, and Lando as your number 1, 2, and 3 that you can farm simultaneously. I hope this is going to get you situated and straightened out. I hope you get lots of credits, and as always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.